It might seem almost impossible to think optimistically during the current pandemic, since so many are experiencing significant social and emotional stress. For adults, it might be unexpected job loss and the resulting financial strain, or balancing homeschooling and work responsibilities. For students, the loss of structure from the school day, the inability to participate in preferred activities, or feelings of loneliness due to isolation from friends. Repeatedly hearing the news that the situation will get worse before it gets better, and the continuing extension of our quarantine period can further exacerbate our stress levels and contribute to negative feelings, sadness, and even hopelessness. But we don't have to stay in a negative mindset. With awareness and practice, we can choose optimism. Optimism is the viewpoint or belief that good things will happen. It is the expectation that the outcome of our circumstances will ultimately be positive, favorable, or desirable. But when we talk about optimism, what we are really referring to is our perspective or our focus. The truth is, the reality of bad things happening in our lives is most often not in our control. However, our view of those events is under our control. When we change our focus, we change our perspective.
Try 1, try 2, try 3, try 4. Which perspective helps you see best? If you've ever had an eye exam, you know how placing different lenses in front of your eyes can change how you see things. But those lenses aren't the only way that you can shift how you see. Just by shifting your perspective, you will be able to change a pessimistic outlook to a more optimistic outlook. You're probably familiar with the question, is the glass half empty or half full? Those who see the glass as half empty tend to have a more pessimistic outlook on life. They are more likely to see problems over solutions and negatives over positives. Those who see it half full are the optimists. They are the problem solvers, and they choose to be open-minded, hopeful, and positive.
Believe it or not, one way to develop optimism is through developing our sense of gratitude.
Gratitude is being thankful for or appreciative of the good things in one's life. Gratitude helps to build optimism, and optimism helps a person manage stress and promotes happiness and overall well-being. An attitude of gratitude improves your life.
Excuse me, but did you just see what happened to me? I lost my umbrella, missed my bus, and I'm drenched.
When bad or even just unexpected things happen, it's what we choose to focus on that makes the difference. For example, what were you thinking about right before the storm hit?
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about how great my day was, how I aced the test, and laughed with my friends.
And how are you feeling now?
Pretty great.
Exactly my point. People who appreciate and show gratitude for what is going well tend to enjoy life more.
Strategies for developing gratitude during this time of quarantine include creating a gratitude list, which can be implemented at home by parents or by teachers through an online classroom. Display the list where students can see them. Encourage the students to add to their list when the opportunity arises, and explain that it is a helpful practice to refer to their gratitude lists during times of stress. Another way to develop optimism is through giving of ourselves or being kind to others.
One kind gesture can change a person's outlook. Random acts of kindness remind us that no matter how tough life gets, there is always still something or someone to smile about. Random acts of kindness are not about expecting anything in return, but instead, just offering your own special dose of kindness to those around you. Pretty simple, right? Scientific studies show that random acts of kindness actually increase feelings of happiness, optimism, positivity, self-worth, and satisfaction over time. And it doesn't matter if you're giving or receiving a random act of kindness, everyone experiences the benefits.
To help your students or children engage in random acts of kindness, you could try making a list of things he or she could do for others. Encouraging them to create lists for others, like writing a letter, baking something sweet, or making something artistic. Or be a model for your student or child. Treat him or her to a random act of kindness that lets them know that you appreciate who they are. One very simple and easily overlooked way of choosing optimism is through laughter.
Look on the lighter side. Do you have a favorite comedian or TV show that makes you laugh? Or maybe you love watching funny videos on YouTube, or have a friend who tells stories that make you laugh so hard you cry? No matter how you get it, the fact is laughter makes us feel good. In fact, studies show that people who laugh more have more confidence and stronger relationships.
Additional strategies for building optimism include focusing on the solution or seeing the situation as temporary, focusing on what to do next, focusing on the different options within our situations, or focusing on positive thoughts. When we do this, we don't have time or energy for negative thinking or the emotions that go along with it. By taking control and choosing our focus, we can change our experience. My name is Jean Gannon-Smith. I hope you have enjoyed this presentation. Best wishes for safety, health, and optimism during these challenging times.